Hello students, Professor Piggy here. Snout polished, hooves steady. Today we talk about wireless networks, the invisible kind, the kind the wolf loves most. Because cables stay put, but radio waves spread. If you don't understand wireless, you don't secure wireless. And if you don't secure wireless, you feed the wolf. Wireless local area networks are everywhere. Homes, offices, campuses, public spaces. They are cheap, fast to deploy, no cables. That convenience creates exposure. Here's the right mental model. Wireless signals spread like an open field, unavoidable. But encryption scrambles the signal, and authentication controls entry. Layer those correctly, and wireless can be as secure as wired. Now access points. A wireless access point connects wireless clients to a wired network. Some access points only bridge traffic. Others also route traffic, assign IP addresses, and connect to the internet. Those are marketed as wireless routers. All wireless routers are access points. Not all access points are wireless routers. That distinction matters. Inside a wireless router is a switch and a router. Wired devices plug in. Wireless devices connect by radio. Everything meets at the switch. And while you use the network, the wolf listens, because wireless uses radio frequencies. Modern Wi-Fi operates in 3 bands, 2.4 gigahertz, 5 gigahertz, 6 gigahertz. 2.4 gigahertz travels far, but is crowded. 5 gigahertz offers higher throughput and more non-overlapping channels. 6 gigahertz, introduced with Wi-Fi 6E and continued with Wi-Fi 7, mandates WPA3 for certification, enforcing stronger security baselines against legacy attacks. It also provides many clean channels, making it ideal for low interference, high security deployments. Wireless uses channels. In the 2.4 gigahertz band, channels 1, 6, and 11 are the only non-overlapping channels. All other 2.4 gigahertz channels overlap. Overlapping channels cause interference. Interference reduces efficiency and can impact availability. Loss of availability is a denial of service risk. Most modern access points select channels automatically. In noisy environments, manual adjustment can improve performance. Now identity. Every wireless network has a name. That name is the SSID. Change default SSIDs to hide vendor clues. This is obscurity, not security. Now MAC filtering. A MAC address identifies a network interface. MAC filtering restricts access based on device addresses. This is not reliable security. MAC addresses are visible. MAC addresses are easy to spoof. Attackers can sniff traffic and clone allowed addresses. Modern devices also randomize MAC addresses, making MAC filtering even less effective. MAC filtering is not authentication. It is not encryption. It is management convenience only. Do not rely on it. Now planning and visibility. Wireless security starts before deployment. Site surveys examine the environment. Coverage, noise, interference. They should be repeated periodically. Environments change. New access points appear. New risks emerge. Repeating surveys helps detect problems early. Wi-Fi analyzers show channel activity and signal strength. Heat maps visualize coverage and dead spots. Wireless footprinting combines this data with building layouts to show access point placement and coverage gaps. Antennas affect coverage. Most access points use omnidirectional antennas. Some use directional antennas. Survey results help determine antenna type and placement to avoid dead zones and signal spill. Now encryption. Early wireless security was weak. WEP, WPA, both are obsolete, fully exploitable. Avoid them like WPA. Do not use them. Preferred networks use WPA3. WPA2 is still common, but migration is recommended due to known risks. Wireless networks can be open or secured. Open networks use no encryption. Data is sent in clear text. Pre-shared key mode uses a shared passphrase without individual user authentication. Enterprise mode requires authentication, with unique credentials. Enterprise mode uses CISO 802.1x with a radius server. To configure it, you specify the radius server IP address, the radius port, usually 1812, and a shared secret. This ensures only authenticated users connect and blocks the wolf early. Now WPA3. In personal mode, simultaneous authentication of equals strengthens passphrase-based access to resist offline and brute force attacks. WPA3 also improves open networks, enhanced open uses, opportunistic wireless encryption, or OWE, to encrypt traffic without authenticating users. Traffic is encrypted. Users remain anonymous. WPA3. Enterprise continues to use 8002.1x in radius. Many environments use transition modes to support WPA2 and WPA3 clients during migration. Configure transition mode strictly. Disable WPA2 fallbacks to prevent downgrade attacks that exploit weaker protocols. Wi-Fi 7 builds on this model and mandates WPA3 for 6 GHz networks. Disable legacy features, especially WPS. WPS PIN methods are vulnerable to brute force attacks. Do not give the wolf an easy door. Now authentication methods. EAP is the framework used with 802.1x. Different EAP methods exist. PEAP uses a server certificate only. EAP-TLS uses certificates on both server and clients. EAP-TLS is the strongest option. Mutual certificate authentication prevents man-in-the-middle attacks by verifying both sides of the connection. EAP-FAST, a Cisco proprietary method, uses protected access credentials instead of certificates. It is less universal than standards like EAP-TLS. EAP-TLS uses a server certificate and supports legacy authentication methods. Know which uses what. Now, IEEE 802.1x security. This is port-based authentication. Devices must authenticate before gaining network access. Unauthorized devices are blocked. 802.1x can integrate with VLANs. Authorized users get internal access. Guests can be redirected to restricted networks. Physical security still matters. If the wolf can reach the access point, he can reset it and bypass controls. Mount access points securely. Keep them out of reach. Finally, captive portals. They require users to accept terms, log in, or pay before internet access. For example, agreeing to acceptable use policies in free hotspots or paid access in hotels and airports. They operate at a different layer. They manage access and agreements. They do not replace 802.1x authentication. Different purpose, different control. Here is the truth. Wireless is not unsafe. It is exposed. Security is layers, encryption, authentication, monitoring. Do that, and the wolf stays hungry. Ignore it, and you are dinner. Those were today's truffles of wisdom. If this saved your bacon like the video, subscribe. Until next time, oink.